It's early in the morning filming this, guys. All right.
We are bulk filming. So as you might have heard, there is going to be a little bit of time where Ellawarra is
going on annual leave.
She's going on annual leave. So we're making sure that everyone at home does not miss out on their fix of the Diva Dolls pod. So yes. We're knuckling down and getting through it. Hi, I'm Stacy Queen.
And I'm Ellawarra.
And welcome to the Diva Dolls pod.
The pod where we discuss the then, now, and forever of women's wrestling within the WWE.
Ew.
We are here.
We are here. It is 1999. It is an episode of Classic. We are recapping everything leading up to the No Mercy 1999 pay-per-view that happened in the US. Because previously we've covered what happened in No Mercy UK. They switched it up this year. They were like...
Yes. But so like halfway... Yeah, and halfway through this episode, we do go to the UK.
We do. We do. Yes. We go to Rebellion.
Yes. I was like, what is this arena they're in? And then they mentioned that they're in the UK. I was like, oh, makes sense.
UK.
And the UK.
I wonder if baby Blair Davenport was there.
She was probably still living in New Zealand at that time.
Well, I mean,
was she even alive? Let's see how old she is. She could be like early 20s.
She moved to New Zealand when she was 8.
Okay, she was born in 1996, so she would have moved to the UK in 2004.
She would have been 3.
Wow, 3-year-old
actual baby Blair,
literal baby Blair. How cute.
We'll have to ask her. I doubt she was.
Yeah. Did your parents take you when you were 3 years old to Rebellion 1999?
Imagine if they took her last year to fucking the UK one last year where Jackie got her tits out.
What was this one? Was this the Fatal 4-Way one? Is that what we cover when they're there?
No.
I think it was like a Fatal 4-Way. No? I remember there was lots of girls because I was like, damn, they flew them all over there.
Oh, no, maybe it is. I'm just thinking about the Chyna segment.
Yeah, maybe. All right, let's get into it. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
What was the last pay-per-view we covered?
Unforgiven.
So we're hot out of Unforgiven, and it's like the next night on Raw. Yes. And there's an Ivory May Moolah video package reviewing what happened and then how Moolah and May beat down Ivory after her win because she was being disrespectful in her little backstage interview. Yes.
We see that we're going to get a match between them.
Oh, I love this. This whole rivalry reminds me of like, this is like the 1999 version of the WrestleMania 39 match between Damage Control and Trish Stratus and Becky.
Okay, sure.
Like, obviously Trish and Lita are not as old, but like...
No.
Yeah, current girls versus the old-time girls. Kind of fierce. Love that.
That was actually one thing I was going to research before we started. Are you able to fact-check how old these ladies are?
Mae Young is 76 during this. And Moolah would be... Oh, they were born in the same year. They were both born in 1923. That is crazy.
Okay.
Maybe that's why they made so many jokes about, like, you're older than me, because they're literally the exact same age. So, May was born in March, and Moolah was born in July. So, technically, Moolah is 4 years older.
That is not correct.
Months.
4 months older. So they're both 76. Love it.
Wow.
But it's the end of the year, so they've both already turned 26. 76 by this point. 76, and they're taking big bumps in this. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Some more than others.
I was gonna say May starts taking bigger bumps soon. So
yeah.
Let's get into it.
We briefly see Jeff Jarrett and Miss Kitty backstage. Mm-hmm. It seems that Deborah is no more. No more Deborah.
Yes, no more.
Deborah has resigned from her position at Jarrett Enterprises. Next up, we get a segment where we see Stephanie shopping for a suit for their wedding.
Yes. Fun fact, Test's favorite color is green, according to Stephanie.
Yeah, so The salesperson pulls out what I can only describe as a brat suit.
Yeah.
The color of this suit. I'm like, I could see some twinks at the club rocking this.
100%.
Sorry, bumping that.
100%. Bumping that, yeah.
Once they decide which suit Test is going to wear for the big day, they're going to go lingerie shopping.
Ooh! What's Steph going to be wearing when he rips it off when they walk over the threshold into the little honeymoon suite?
Pwah.
I reckon she was really boring underwear. I reckon she's in like a fucking granny panty.
Yeah.
She's from Connecticut.
Something really sensible. That's hot.
Yeah. Like something that covers the whole butt.
Yeah. And literally up to the titty line.
Oh my god, her underwear is just like a bodysuit. All right, our next segment, we have Jeff Jarrett. He comes out with Miss Kitty and he challenges Deborah and Chyna to a match against him and Tom Pritchard. Who the fuck is Tom Pritchard? Like, I know he's the ref that like screwed Chyna over, but like, who actually is him? I'm
just guessing. I believe he may be of relation to Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, I assume so. But like, maybe there was more of a story behind it that we didn't see. But
the storyline at the time was that all the referees were on strike, so all of the like backstage people had to become referees.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know.
Anyway, Jeff challenges Deborah and Chyna to a match with him and Tom. And he says, let's see if you have the balls to accept this challenge. And of course, Chyna says yes. After the challenge is accepted by Chyna, we get a GTV of Terri with the Mean Street Posse. And it's so funny. This is like the first time ever that Terri's like left out to dry. What did they say? They said, the train's left the station. Get your stuff and beat it, baby.
Yeah, you've been used, abused, and now you're yesterday's news. Beat it, lady.
I love it. So funny. So they did show
But then,
all right.
Yeah, so like this is after she's like coming out of a room with one of them. She's only wearing a towel. And then after that happens, the third member of the group is like, hey, I didn't get a turn.
Oh my god. How funny.
Before the mixed tag match, Chyna has an interview with Michael Cole where she warns Deborah, you better stay away. Like, don't be coming anywhere near this match.
Yeah, she just wants to beat him up on her own.
Fair.
Wild. Same. I think after this we have May and Moolah having an interview with, I think it's Michael Cole?
No,
Terri Taylor.
Terri Taylor.
And Moolah's going on about how Ivory needs to respect her elders. And May goes, she's just a tramp.
She's a tramp.
I love it.
I
so
love
funny.
Mae Young.
Dumb. But
Put her in the Hall of Fame again.
Honestly, to relive this again in this current time would be hilarious. Which is what I'm excited about this whole Netflix thing. Well, who's old now? Like I feel like Jackie and Ivory aren't as old as these girlies.
No.
It was like there was like a big 30-year difference between like Moolah and May to like what we're talking about now. So it's like we're not.
I wouldn't even say Alondra Blaze.
No, she's not even that old.
No.
So it's like we're not going to be able to relive like this for like another like 20 years.
Even then, it won't be Trish.
Imagine Jackie.
Trish is aging backwards.
Honestly, imagine Jackie and Terri coming back and like reprising PMS with like Austin Theory.
PMS, except they're OAP.
Yeah. What do they call the old people thing? AARP in America.
Yeah. I don't know what it stands for.
It's like the equivalent to what do old people get here when they retire? The payment. What do they call it?
Pension.
I think it's their thing of a pension. So yeah.
American aged retirement pension.
I would assume so.
Maybe. We have no idea. We have the sources. We have the resources to find out what it actually means. Are we going to? No.
So one of our American viewers can write it down in the comments for us, please. Next up, we have a handicap match.
Yeah, we do.
So we have
Not just a handicap match, a handicap evening gown match.
Yes!
Just when
And
you
it's-
thought it couldn't get any better.
I know, right? So Ivory versus May and Moolah in a handicap evening gown match. So funny. I love the way that when Moolah comes out to the ring and she's standing there in a little gown, she's like,
Yep.
so
And-
funny. She was feeling herself.
May and Moolah are wearing the frumpiest outfits I've ever seen.
Oh, girl, they went to some fucking charity store and got these dresses. I'm like, here you go.
No, that they probably owned those. I
swear May's was like a 90. May's Moolah got one that had like sequins all over it, and May's
Of
looked like a
course.
literal Nana 90.
because Moolah's had to be better.
Mae Young in this match literally picks up Ivory and scoop slams her.
Yeah.
Like 76 years old. But it's so funny. She scoop slams her, but she accidentally fell, so she just did a pin.
Yeah. But you know what? There's good whatchamacallit? Improv.
Improv, yes, even though there's
She
no
said yes,
pins
and.
in an evening gown match. Yes, and.
Yes, and I meant to do that.
Hilarious.
Also forgot to mention that Ivory did not come out with her chiffon, but she had a purple boa.
Yes, chicken feather boa.
Of course.
So funny.
One of my favorite lines in commentary was Jerry Lawler saying, I think it was about Mae Young. Her birthday suit needs a little ironing.
She's got so much wrinkles. There is some great commentary in these episodes we're covering.
This is the first time I've ever seen live TV in slow motion.
Yeah. I love the fact that, so at some point in this match, Ivory ends up stripping May. May's in her little black granny panty set. Then Ivory throws May, not out of the ring, not through the middle rope, over the top rope. Throws 76. And she crashes down onto the apron, down onto the floor. I'm like, what? How?
And and it was a strapless bra, and those titties were, it was touch and go there.
Oh my god, this match was wild. Moolah ends up getting in. She beats down on Ivory. She ends up stripping Ivory and gets the win.
Yeah.
How? They are making these old girls powerful, and I love it.
Yeah. Building them up. I like that Ivory tries to use the feather boa to cover her modesty. She's like, oh no.
It's like this thin, one ply
Literally.
boa, as if it's going to cover her boobs. So funny. Yeah, Ivory's not happy that she lost the match, so she beats down on Moolah. But then May comes in with the save.
Yeah.
She almost died over the top rope, but comes in and saves her friend Moolah.
That's friendship.
So funny.
Okay, so it's time for our mixed tag match. We've got Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett, Tom Pritchard, and Miss Kitty heading to the ring, and they've got a guitar.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
Wonder what's happening there. And Jeff Jarrett gets on the mic when they get to the ring, and he says, women are only good for 3 things: cooking, cleaning, and then Chyna's music cuts him off.
Yes.
We're never going to know what the third thing is.
Oh, cooking, cleaning, and
something else.
Probably doing the laundry.
Probably. Well, no, that might come under cleaning.
Tea, cooking, cleaning, and
chess.
Yeah. Stupid.
Chyna says that if I pin you tonight, Jeff Jarrett, I get my rematch at No Mercy.
Yeah, she wants that fucking IC title she was screwed out of by Tom Pritchard, whoever you are. At some point in this match, Deborah ends up distracting Dr. Tom. But while this happens, Jeff Jarrett's down on the ground. Tom Pritchard comes in. I'm pretty sure Deborah's with the referee at this point, because that's how it doesn't end in a DQ. Tom comes in, ends up hitting Chyna over the head with said guitar, and then Chyna gets knocked out onto Jeff Jarrett. The referee comes back to it, and 1, 2, 3, Chyna pins Jeff. Which means
Rematch at No Mercy, baby.
Yes, baby. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Go Chyna.
Also during the match, there's a cat fight between Deborah and Kitty.
I love how Deborah had that little peach set that she's worn before when she had a match. It has like little paws on it
Yeah.
because she's got puppies.
I don't know why I did a cat.
So fierce.
Well, later that week on SmackDown, it's time for some tit.
It is. I've written in my notes the Terri Funnels Invitational. Stupid.
Yeah, they kept calling it
Dumb.
the Terri Runnels Invitational, but I'm pretty sure it's just meant to be Terri Invitational Tournament.
Yeah, the tit.
The
we
tit.
want the tit. Terry's Invitational Tournament.
Yes.
So this is a 5-match series
Mm-hmm.
to determine who's going to win $100,000
Mm-hmm.
and the services of Terri Funnels.
Yes. It's the Hardys versus Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
They're the teams competing for these one of a kind prizes. Terri comes to the ring to do commentary, and I've written some
Yes.
of her comments if you'd like me to share.
Yes. Please indulge me.
So the first one is, if you stop talking for one moment, I'll tell you why I'm here. We have 2 teams in the ring that I think can take me to the top. So it's not even about the teams. It's about taking her to the top.
She just wants to fuck, to be honest. This is literally just finding her a new boyfriend.
Yeah. And yeah,
100%.
she says whoever wins will win $100,000 and my services.
I think out of all of 1999, if I was to be one of the divas, I would want to be Terri.
Yeah.
Because she's just had the most fantastic 1999, fucking everyone.
Yeah.
I'd want to be a slut for TV.
Literally. I mean, if you think about it.
Who's
it been this year? So there was Meat.
Mm-hmm. Val.
Did she fuck Val?
Was this back in... Remember she was pregnant to Val and then Goldust? Or was that 98? Can't remember how long ago that was.
Was it Val? Yeah, no, it was Val. Oh my god, I've
So
already
Val,
forgotten
Goldust, me, Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown.
Yeah.
And now the winner of this. She's gone through a ball.
She wasn't fucking D'Lo Brown, I don't think.
Oh, he was just there. He got left outside the door.
Yeah.
When Mark Henry got tortured. I didn't realize that Matt and Jeff were like in the Brood. So I assumed that there was some kind of storyline where they took over from Edge and Christian in the Brood.
Correct. Gangrel took them in, I'm pretty sure.
And now Terri wants a gang bang.
And by gang, you mean Gangrel.
Great segue.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the note for the finish of this match that I've written is so stupid.
Please tell me.
So the boys end up having a match, Cherry's being an icon on commentary. I've written, Edge and Christian win with a douche electric chair suplex from the top rope.
I assume you mean double?
Yes.
Right.
So Edge and Christian win I think we're only covering 2 of the 5 matches in this, but
Yes.
they have 1 point.
Yes.
It ends up coming down to the next one. It comes down. They must be 2 apiece, and
Yeah.
then the 5th one is the decider.
Correct.
That we cover towards the end.
So then we have Jeff Jarrett and Miss Kitty coming to the ring with I was going to say trolley, but for our American listeners, a shopping cart full of household items.
I love how they're always like, there's household items. There's like a toaster and a broom mixed in with like a bunch of kendo sticks and fucking bin lids.
Yeah.
Let me just go get my kendo stick out of the fucking cupboard downstairs. Maybe that's what wrestlers use to fend off like burglars if they break into their houses. They just
Sure.
get a kendo stick out.
Yeah. Jeff says, Chyna, you're going to get your rematch, but it's going to be the good housekeeping way. What?
What do they end up calling the match?
A good housekeeping match.
Oh my, it's so, and the amount of shit that they have during the, like, Whoever had to clean up this match,
Ooh.
we'll go over it when we cover it. But whoever had to clean the arena between this match and the next one, I feel bad.
Imagine having to wrestle in the ring after that.
They would have had to strip them out for sure.
But Jeff says, "I'm going to beat you with every household appliance known to woman," and we actually get a return.
We do.
It's only fucking Cindy Margolis.
Cindy Margola, and she's got her friend. I think her name was Chastity.
Heather Koza.
Why did I write Chastity?
I couldn't tell you, Dal.
This is what happens when I watch this footage at fucking 7 a.m. while I'm eating my fucking egg wrap.
On double
breakfast.
speed.
On double speed whilst talking my fucking notes into my phone. I'm like, Chastity and Cindy jumped the rail. Everyone from last week's episode that got a figure 4 comes out to the ring.
Yes, I
Jeff
love this
Jarrett
moment.
beats them off. It was so good because we got to see Jan again.
We did. And stage
They even
manager,
mentioned her on commentary.
Stage manager.
And the stage manager.
Julie.
Yes.
We got a name.
Julie and Jan. Yes. They're so fierce. I love it.
So yeah, first it's Deborah that comes out, then Moolah, then May, then Jackie, then Jan, then Lillian, Julie.
Lillian looks pissed when she comes down.
Yeah.
She had her acting pants on.
Yeah. She said, if I'm going to get involved, I'm going to fucking do it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not very good at announcing, so let me act my fucking way into this.
Not yet. She's still finding her
Some
feet.
of her announcing, and I didn't even take notes on it because like most of it was really bad. It was mostly making his way to the ring is Jeff Jarrett with Kitty.
Yeah.
With Kitty.
Making his way to the ring, the new Intercontinental Champion, Jeff Jarrett, and he is accompanied by Miss Kitty and Tom Pritchard.
It's like, come on, babe, spit it out.
She's like,
So funny. So glad she gets better.
Walk to the ring. I got time.
Literally.
This is my moment.
Literally. So yeah, all the girlies come down to the ring. Jeff starts beating up on them, but Chyna comes down for the save. Chyna saves the day.
Yeah, and I like that they all attack him with the household items and then chase him out of the arena.
Yeah. But two were left down at ringside and they decided to have a go at Jerry Lawler.
Yes!
Like,
they are mauling him.
So funny.
Honestly, it's what he deserves.
My God. Like, I know that we've seen our girlies do some fucking shit before this, but like, I love the commitment to the involvement in the crap that they've been written to do.
Yeah. It's time to go over to the UK, babe.
Crossing the pond.
Crossing the pond to Rebellion.
Ugh. So Jeff Jarrett comes out at Rebellion and wants to do an open challenge. Who accepted it? Because it literally says, JJ open challenge, JJ beats her up.
Yes. It's an audience member.
Yes.
And like, he's looking for like an audience member, like, obviously a woman. And he's like, too ugly, too fat. And he's like, you'll do.
That's right.
And as she's coming,
You'll do.
As she's coming to the ring, he's like, Halloween's at the end of October, not the beginning.
Stupid.
So he forces this poor audience
dumb.
member to vacuum some like powder or something. But then he puts her in the figure 4 leg lock.
Yeah.
Chyna comes down to make the save. And then afterwards, he challenges her for a match then and there in the UK. And we do also learn in this segment what the third thing is.
Oh, what is that?
Women are good for cooking, cleaning, and making babies.
You know what, T?
They are also good for other things. It's not just 3.
Well, yeah. That's all I'm good for. I can't make a baby.
Sure. After Chyna... Ooh!
I was Chyna coming in for the save. I almost knocked my coffee out.
Jesus. After Chyna accepts, she claims that he has the Chyna envy.
What is the Chyna envy?
Vagina.
Lol, that's so funny.
So this entire episode, when they
Vagina.
kept saying the Chyna envy, you were just like, huh?
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
Bless.
Vagina.
Yeah, vagina. All right, well, now it's time for a fatal four-way match.
Yes. Tori
Mhm.
versus Jackie
Mhm.
versus Luna versus Ivory. Oh, wait. I got 3 of them. I always have them at the ready in case they're in the ring together.
You've only got 2 of them.
Oh, wait, this is... We'll just pretend this is Tori
Okay.
and this is Ivory. Just got stand-ins. Sorry, Sable, you gotta be Ivory.
Okay, so Tori vertical suplex on Ivory.
Wait, which one's which? Tori? Oh, wait, I gotta use Sable.
Yeah. Yeah. There's one spot where they all have like sleeper holds on each other. This is excellent for
Just
the
gonna
audio
put the
listeners.
Rope her around.
Yeah, wow. Yep. But then Ivory uses the belt to retain while the ref is distracted.
1, 2, 3. Back in the draw. Go Ivory, well done. You retained your title. Well done.
How sad that this is pretty much the only like match that we're discussing that isn't like an evening gown match or anything.
Honestly, and it didn't even go for that long.
No.
Like a fatal 4-way match should go for a long time.
Yeah.
This one went for 2 minutes tops.
Yeah.
I watched it in 2 times speed. It went for a minute.
Yeah.
Probably less.
We also
Anyways,
learned
whatever.
on commentary that Stephanie McMahon has been hit in the head with a trash can by the British Bulldog.
She lost her memory.
Yeah. Poor love.
Memories all alone in the moonlight.
Speaking of pussy, we have our match between Chyna and Jeff Jarrett.
Yes.
I don't have too many notes.
Oh, I've got a line. My favorite line from this whole thing was Chyna gave Jeff Jarrett a low blow,
Mm-hmm.
and JR goes, "Oh, Chyna with the birth control."
Honestly, that's a good name for the move.
Yeah, birth control. Whack the fucking sperm out of his nuts. But I think the main point of this match is that the British Bulldog randomly shows up and beats up Chyna.
Yeah.
Was his job to just randomly beat up girls during this time as well? Is that why he's...
I don't know. I think
It's
they just...
Steph and then Chyna?
They were just like, hey, we're in the UK. Come beat up some
Yeah.
ladies.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
But Jeff ends up putting her in the figure 4 after that, and then that's kind of just the end of the segment.
Yeah. Stupid. Well, while we
Yeah.
consider our actions, how about we go have a little break?
Let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
The Diva podcast is sponsored by Salon Extensions.
Offering all of our listeners a discount on the exclusive ponytail line from the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15's Sasha Colby.
Plus, any of our listeners who are licensed cosmetologists, you can receive 15% off of all hair extensions in their pro store.
Because if it's good enough for mother, it's good enough for a diva doll like you.
You can now use code DIVADOLLS at checkout to get 15% off any of your purchases.
Cause you're a GODDESS.
Shop now at www.salonextensions.com.
That's SALONXTENSIONS.com.
And we are back, and it is Monday Night Raw. We are back in the United States. God, I'm jet lagged.
Me too. Actually, I don't know if you get jet lagged going from London to the US. They're in like 6 hours behind.
Shh. We are jet lagged.
If they came here. I don't know how they did fucking Perth when they came here. Because there was like, they had Raw in LA.
Uh-huh.
Literally flew here. And then a couple days later did... Oh wait, no, they had SmackDown in LA, sorry. Because they
They
pre-taped
pre-taped
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Right. That was the week before, but then they had Raw, and then they all flew here. They had like a couple days here where they were doing media and all that kind of crap. Did Elimination Chamber, flew all the way back to America and did Raw like straight away, and I was like,
It was
I don't
fun
know how they
though,
lived
because
through
like
that.
that was on Saturday, which would have been their. They flew back on the Sunday. Would have landed our Monday, which is their Sunday.
Would they have watched Elimination Chamber on like Friday
Yeah,
in America?
it was Saturday
Wow,
morning.
That's crazy.
It was.
Oh yeah, because it was literally like a couple of hours after SmackDown.
Yeah.
They had to watch it at like 3 a.m, and everyone was complaining
Mhm.
about it. I remember the TikToks now.
Yeah.
So funny. Anyway, we're at Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Don't know
Do you
where we are.
know who else is jet
but it's-
lagged? Terry, because she's
Who?
coming to the ring wearing sunglasses.
She probably is.
Yeah.
We have the final of the best of 5 Terri Invitational, Edge and Christian versus the Hardys.
The final one that we're going to cover.
Yes, the final one we're going to cover. Wait, is it not the last one?
No, because the last one is at No Mercy.
Oh.
The last one is a ladder match, and it's actually quite an iconic ladder match.
I had no idea that this ladder match was for that. Like, I remember watching this ladder match back in the day, but I had no idea it was to win fucking Terry's services.
Yeah.
That was like the start of like the iconic TLC shit that all happened.
Yeah. The first ever
Anyways.
tag team ladder match. I did consider putting the match
Yeah.
in this, but I figured it wasn't really necessary.
No.
We'll discuss the winner.
But Edge and Christian end up winning. Yeah. Edge and Christian end up winning this one.
Yes.
So.
Terry is out on commentary again for the match, as she does.
Mhm.
As she's putting the headset on, she's like, "Does this mess my hair up?" And she's like, "Why the sunglasses? My future in the WWF looks so bright it hurts to see."
Oh my god, she's so funny. I love her.
And we also find out in this segment that, unfortunately, Stephanie has post-concussion syndrome.
Oh, not PCS. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Pussy can't slay.
Damn. Oh, yes, Stephanie, yes. You better work that concussion, mama. So dumb.
Yeah.
Later in the night, we have Ivory and Jeff Jarrett backstage. Jeff Jarrett cuts a promo.
He said, "When we're done, Ivory, I'll let you knock the osteoporosis right out of them."
So dumb. So dumb.
Oh.
But, it's funny because the interviewer asks Ivory the question, but then Jeff goes, "Well, then," and then he answers it for her because that's Jeff Jarrett's character at this time. Imagine that trying to fly these days. This whole Jeff Jarrett misogynistic character. Oh,
I think they should.
imagine. But like, teach them a lesson. Like the misogynist will always lose.
Yeah.
Which, like, kind of.
That's what happens
anyway,
here.
won't
But
ruin the end of this.
spoilers.
Fine, ruin the episode.
I mean, look, to be fair, this did happen 25 years ago, so
Yeah, very that. It's not much of a spoiler.
No.
It was 25 years ago.
we actually wrote this story ourselves.
Imagine. Wow, we're the best trans women in the world.
But to be fair, we could make up a storyline and put in clips, and people be like, "Wow, I had no idea that happened."
Honestly,
Maybe we already have.
100%. Jeff Jarrett and Ivory come down to the ring and they're having a match against May and Moolah. But Jeff decides he doesn't want to be a part of the match, so he jumps onto commentary and Miss Kitty steps
Yeah,
in.
shoves
and teams with
shoves Miss Kitty
Ivory.
to the elderly.
Get in there. Get in there.
I think Jerry Lawler also said about Moolah, she held the title for over 100 years, but that was her last job. She was previously a waitress at the Last Supper.
Commentary back here. Oh my god. Anyway, at the end of this match, Moolah ends up rolling up Kitty for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Ivory attacks May. JJ gets in and he's angry at Miss Kitty for losing and puts her in a figure 4 leg lock.
Poor Miss
Poor
Kitty.
Kitty. Poor Miss Kitty.
Miss Kitty, meow meow.
Back in your cage. Meow meow meow.
Wow.
Oh my god. This next scene from SmackDown, wild. This is like the start of the crazy Diva shit that they used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone thought an evening gown match or a bikini contest, that's child's play compared to what's coming up now.
Uh-huh.
Nuts.
So...
Oh, I can't.
Jeff Jarrett and Miss Kitty come out, and we find out that there's going to be a mud match.
A mud match.
Jeff is wearing waders, and he says, "Finally, I have found a place for the women of the WWF, mud wrestling."
This is like some Duck Dynasty bullshit. This is crazy. I love the commitment to the mud match. Like, they've set up a whole fucking ring with mud in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Ropes and everything.
Yeah. And of course, because it's mud wrestling, the winner will only win by ripping their opponent's top off. And like, not just like revealing their bra. No. Their titties will be out.
Will be out.
And he's putting
But,
Miss Kitty
yeah.
in the mud match for her to prove how sorry she is for losing that tag match that she didn't know that she was meant to be in.
Did you put in another scene for me to just laugh at randomly?
Maybe.
Val Venus is backstage, undoes his fly, and pulls out a sock with the Rock's face on it. And then the scene just cut.
I have written here,
So stupid.
Val backstage with his rock out.
Yes!
Rock out with your rock out.
Can you smell what the sock is cooking? So dumb.
It's honestly...
But then it cuts back. It cuts back to the mud
Yes.
match after this Val Venus scene.
Jeff Jarrett invites Ivory out and, butters her up and says that she brings dignity and respect to the ladies of the WWF.
I love that he calls it, she's the ladies champion of the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
Not the women.
No.
The ladies.
Yep.
So dumb.
Very old-timey. I love it. Miss Kitty is the first opponent brought out, and she's wearing a gold robe.
Go grab.
Gold robe. She's wearing a golden globe.
Grab.
She
So
reveals
funny.
her golden globes. She's wearing a blue bikini.
Very cute. Very cute bikini.
And then Jeff says, her opponent, none other than Ivory, pushes her in.
And she went flying.
Yeah.
Flying into the mud.
Yeah.
It's at this point I realized how they got away with having somebody's tits out, because this mud had, I don't know how they make this mud, but once it's on your skin, you're covered. Like, you can't see
Painted.
what's under it. Yeah.
It is opaque.
But Kitty ends up ripping off Ivory's dress, but on commentary they make it a point. Yes, she's ripped off her outer garments, but she needs to take off her undergarments for her to win. But they get covered, like, head to toe.
Yeah.
They're just like, it looks like they've been dipped in cement. They look like statues moving.
Literally, you can't tell who's who.
No. Honestly, how did they even know who won? Or I guess one's taller than the other. That's
Yeah.
how they knew. But
The one that was actually doing the wrestling.
Yeah, well, T. So Ivory ends up ripping off the little blue bikini, which is now grey,
Yep.
and wins the mud wrestling match.
Yep. But then we get the fucking APA, Age Pensioners Association. They come out, the old ladies, and Jeff dumps May into the mud, and then Moolah, and then he says, "Oh, look
These
at this!
poor women.
2 old fat sows wallowing in the mud."
So bad. So bad. Oh, the poor things.
But it's all fine in the end, because then Chyna sneaks up
Yeah.
behind Jeff Jarrett and kicks him right into the mud.
She gives him the what's for.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with all my girlies without copping it.
No.
Hilarious.
So funny.
Our next scene I definitely know is from Heat, because I watched it in 1 megapixel coming through on the thing.
Yeah.
So Chaz and Mariana.
Yeah.
So Chaz is having a match.
Yes.
Who was it with?
I think it might have been Droz.
Maybe Droz. Chaz and Droz. have a match.
Yes.
Mariana ends up coming down to the ring with the police.
Na, na,
But-
na, na.
Chaz's friend, she's got a black eye, big black eye.
Yes.
So they're doing this whole, she got beat up by Chaz
Yeah.
again, and Chaz is like, I am not gonna do shit, what are you talking about? But then Mosh,
Yep.
Headbanger
Yep.
Mosh, comes down to the ring and shows the GTV segment of Mariana in the dressing room. She's like talking to somebody on the
She
phone
is.
or in the room, and she's like, how do I make it look like I've got a black eye? And she's putting makeup on her eye. She's been faking. No wonder last week it looked like she had strawberry jam on her face.
Yeah, makeup by Jam.
She has been, makeup by Jam. She's been going to catering and using all of the food products to give herself domestic violence scars to get Chaz arrested.
Yeah.
But not this
No,
time.
no.
They see the segment and they arrest Mariana.
Yes. And the crowd cheers because it's a woman being taken against her will.
Well, she faked it.
Yeah,
She faked it.
she did. She did. It's
Stupid.
a woman getting her comeuppance, I guess.
Oh my god. This next segment, there's a mention on commentary, and I laughed so hard. Audibly laughed. And I think you know what it's
I
about.
know exactly what it's about. Let's have a quick little break, and then we'll come back and
Go.
we'll steam right ahead all the way up till No Mercy.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go have a drink. I've got to keep regular.
Yeah, you
Gotta
do.
mix it up. All right, we are back, and it is Monday Night Raw before No Mercy, and we have a match, and it's Ivory versus Mae Young.
Yes. A non-title match.
Ivory comes to the ring, a non-title match, yes, because she's preparing for her women's championship match against Moolah by versing the other geriatric.
Yeah.
Ivory cuts the most iconic promo. You know how your favorite promo ever is when Jackie called Sable a swine?
Mhm.
Sable, you skank. Take a good look at this, you swine.
This is now my favorite one because Ivory comes out and cuts a promo and says, I'm going to beat the Metamucil out of Mae Young. I drink Metamucil every morning to keep regular. She goes, I relate so much. She goes, strap on your Depends for when I slap your regularity out of you. If anyone listening doesn't know what Depends are, it is adult diapers.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that this promo is a woman talking to a woman.
Yeah.
Because if this was another Jeff Jarrett thing, I would have been out of that.
Yeah. Mae Young comes down wearing a crown and a cape.
The crown. So
So
funny.
stupid. I love it.
Yeah. The match doesn't even happen, does it? Does it? Ivory ends up hitting Mae Young with the belt, and then Moolah comes out and beats up Ivory.
Before the bell, Ivory hits her in the back with the championship. Moolah sneaks into the ring
Yeah.
and starts beating up Ivory.
So funny. Hilarious.
I don't know what has led to the start of the next segment.
When it came on, I was like, what is going on? I was like, did he say something on commentary that pissed her off?
We've missed some context here. I believe
Yeah.
Chyna is still with Triple H at this point.
Yes.
Chyna pedigrees Jim Ross.
So random. Not Jim Ross.
Then Jeff Jarrett hits her in the head with a toaster. Because, again, appliance.
Oh my god. This next scene is fucked. Kitty comes down with a laundry bin.
Yeah.
Not your household basket, an industrial size like hotel bed linen laundry fucking bin.
Like, think dumpster. Like, that's essentially what it was doing.
Literally a dumpster. Yeah. And Jeff Jarrett throws her in, and they end up taking her out the back. And it's like that scene where Kane threw fucking Zack Ryder off the fucking stage. Literally in the laundry bin, straight off the loading dock. Kitty looks so like worried. She's like, oh my god, you actually did that. What the fuck?
Well, yeah, she's screaming like,
But
no,
when
don't do it.
But when they opened it up, it looked like Chyna had been murdered.
Yeah. I've literally what I've written. I've put the EMTs tend to her, and she's way more bloody than she should be. Was there broken glass in there?
It looked like her throat was slit and she was just bleeding from here down. I was like,
Was the laundry bin full of
Wild.
knives?
yeah. Oh my God. So crazy. Yeah, I wrote, it looks like Chyna had been decapitated. Oh my God, the next fucking scene that you left in here was so funny.
So this
They're
is
just like-
on Sunday Night Heat before the No Mercy pay-per-view.
They're promoting the ladder match between the Hardy Boys and Edge, and King's interviewing Terri while she's standing on a ladder. And as she's talking, he's just like, just go up one more rung. Just one more rung. And her skirt's getting closer and closer to his eye level. One more rung.
Yeah, because she's trying to explain like what's going to happen at No Mercy about, you know, how the teams are going to have to climb this ladder and retrieve the money. And she's like, can you see it? Can you visualize it? And he goes,
Yeah.
believe me, I can see it. Looking straight up her skirt. And to be fair, it's a short skirt to begin with anyway.
Oh, it's not it's a belt. It's nuts. It's crazy. We're here. It's No Mercy, baby.
Mercy.
Our first match that we get to see is Ivory versus Moolah. It's the WWF Women's Title match.
Yes.
Moolah comes out, and I'm like, I know this look. We've had it on the pod before.
Yeah.
It's the render that we had in the Mickey episode where we reviewed her makeup.
Yeah.
She's in a green swimsuit with a sequin jacket, and her hair is permed.
Yep. So before the match, there's an interview between Michael Cole and Ivory. And Ivory says, clearly they're having trouble remembering how to get back to the home. Another comment made on commentary. Ivory told Moolah to go fight a woman her own age, but there aren't any.
Yes, there is. May.
So-
Literally the
so
same
true.
age.
Moolah attempts a diving move from the bottom rope, but Ivory rolls out of the way. From the bottom rope, not the...
From the bottom rope.
May is up on the apron, but Ivory clotheslines her down. Moolah is thrown out of the ring, and then Ivory drop kicks May off of the apron again.
I don't know how these girls did this.
No.
They are 76 years old, bitch.
Ivory goes for a suicide dive, but lands on her own head. That was rough.
Yeah.
Ivory slams Moolah's head into the announce desk. May keeps trying to interfere, but Ivory just keeps punching her. It's literally like a zombie attack. Like, just keeps and slowly keeps coming back. Like, no,
My God.
fuck off. Ivory takes
my
the title
God.
belt into the ring. May grabs her by the hair, and Ivory cracks May over the head with the title, knocking her off the apron for the third time.
Oh my God, this poor thing.
But then Moolah hits a roll up, and 1, 2, 3, she is the new women's champion.
Hilarious.
And
I can't believe that.
that's a record that she still holds to this day. I believe,
Longest reigning and oldest.
and I believe it's oldest for both men and women.
Oh, 100%. Because the oldest WWE champion was Vince in 99. And he was only like 50 something then. So
He did also hold the ECW championship in 2007.
doesn't fucking class anything.
Well, it does, but I mean, like, in the company, the oldest ever champion
Is
is
Moolah.
Moolah. But that's not good either. Moolah,
I don't think-
Moolah is just as problematic as Vince,
Yes.
if not more so.
Yeah, she was not good.
Like, she was literally, like, pimping out these women. It's disgusting. We've made some history. Do you want to make some more?
Oh, bitch, there is so much women's history in this episode. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
So our next match, we have Jeff Jarrett versus Chyna. It's the very first ever Good Housekeeping match for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
The only fashion note I took in this, because I know Kitty was wearing a lot of like metallic pink and blue outfits throughout that. It was literally, she was like rotating between the cover of Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh.
She was in the pink metallic, then she was in the blue metallic, then the pink metallic, then the blue metallic. And then at the pay-per-view, leopard print metallic two-piece. Bikini top, skirt, so cute. Loved that. But yeah, when you look around the ring, you see there's brooms, ironing boards, toasters, there's a bain-marie, a fucking sink. There's a whole kitchen set up.
Yep.
With food.
Yep.
Literal food on a table. Crazy.
I hate it. As Kitty is stepping into the ring and bending over, the crowd cheers.
Yes! You better work that little fucking leopard print skirt. Oh my god, the crowd used to be horrible to these girls. Yeah. But it's what they were written to do. They wanted them to be sex symbols to these... Because what was the target crowd during the Attitude Era? 18 to 30?
Yeah, boys.
They wanted horny young boys to be like, fuck yeah, look at these girls. They're so hot. I'm going to watch this and think about it when I go to bed.
True, and I guess they had Val Venus for the ladies.
Hello, ladies. He's got the sock in his pants. Anyway, this match is fucking so stupid.
Ridiculous.
It starts, they're having a regular wrestling match until Chyna ends up taking advantage and then hits Jeff Jarrett with a salami.
Yep.
A frying pan. A toilet seat. Yep. A banana. Some cream. Yep. A trash can lid, then gets Jeff Jarrett on a table that she's put everything off and goes to splash through it. Jeff Jarrett rolls out of the way. Chyna goes through the table. Absolutely nuts. Jeff at some point ends up back at the other table in the little kitchen scene and makes an omelette. cracks the eggs in and is whipping up this omelette in this fucking pot. Yeah. Chyna then ends up throwing flour in his face. There's flour everywhere. Yeah. And then gets the omelette pot and dumps it on Jeff Jarrett. No, dumps it on Kitty.
On Kitty's head.
Ends up dumping the omelette on Kitty.
So she's now
it's just
coated in that slop.
Coated.
And the ring mat. Slop everywhere.
Disgusting. This is what we're talking about at the start of the episode where we're like, I don't know who's going to clean this up. But it was absolutely nuts. Jeff Jarrett trips over at Chyna at some point and puts her in a figure four, but Chyna makes it to the ropes. Yep. She makes it to the ropes. Chyna gets a low blow on Jeff Jarrett and then clamps his balls with some tongs.
Of course.
Barbecue tongs.
And then she fucking cream pies him twice. 2 pies to the face.
Oh my god!
And then hits him.
And then the cake comes out.
And then hits him with a kitchen sink.
Oh my god, I cannot. So much flour, so much a kitchen sink. A cake comes out at some point and she wants to she's trying to do a suplex into the cake, but then he ends up pushing her off and then she lands in the cake and yeah, let's go.
She gets catapulted into Teddy Long, who is the referee of this match. And Jeff Jarrett hits Chyna in the head with the championship belt. And 1, 2, 3, Jeff Jarrett has won. But as he's up the ramp celebrating, Teddy Long runs on down and is like, No player. You can't win with an item that's not a household item. Yep.
I think every wrestling fan that owns an Intercontinental Championship would disagree that this is not a household item.
Do you own one?
I do not, so I agree with Teddy in this. Yeah. If it was the Divas Championship, I'd have a different opinion, but the match restarts. He says, player, you can't win with that IC title, you got to win with a household item.
Yep.
Which then leads to Chyna hitting Jeff Jarrett over the head with a guitar.
Yep.
Pins him 1, 2, 3. And not only did we have the oldest champion of all time, we had the very first women's Intercontinental champion crowned at this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
What an iconic pay-per-view. They had the first tag team ladder match, the oldest women's champion ever, the first women's Intercontinental champion. Nuts. I wonder, actually no, it'll still be classed under the boys' history, but they're talking about bringing in the women's IC and the women's US soon. I wonder if they'll be like, oh, this is the first women's IC champion ever. Or I wonder if they'll reference Chyna when it all happens.
Hope so.
Hope they do.
I hope they do. She deserves it.
She deserves it.
And especially now that Triple H is in charge, I feel like he would do it more than Vince would.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
He understands the
But yeah.
significance. Oh,
100%.
and while we're talking on it, it is the Hardy Boys who win that ladder match. And
It is,
we do
yes.
get to see them celebrating backstage with Terri.
They win $100,000 and Terri's fucking pussy.
Terri's throat. Well, Ellawarra, what was your
Wow.
takeaway from this?
It has to be the IC title match. It was so ridiculous. Like, as much as I would have loved it to be like an actual wrestling match where Chyna just kicked his ass and won and become the IC champion. But I know that she goes on to have iconic matches as the IC champion. So this whole match was just, I was sat for it. I was like, I cannot believe this is actually happening
Yeah.
on a pay-per-view right now. Like a salami, a banana, an omelet got made during a match. Like, my takeaway is that it does get better. What about yours, Stace?
Oh, I'm gonna say that my takeaway from this is Mae Young. Everything that Mae Young did in this, and I have a feeling that for the next couple of weeks she's gonna continue to be my takeaway, because like the way that she is so incoherent, she takes bumps like a champ. And like,
Yeah.
she won't die. She did die, but like, in this, like, she just keeps coming back for more. Like, she gets knocked down. She's like, all right, I'll try again.
In 1999, people would have said it's going to be Cher, the Cockroaches, and Mae Young at the end of time.
Yes.
Absolutely
Bless.
nice. But the commitment to the spots that she was given.
Yeah.
Love
I
it.
can't wait to see what we get to see her do next week. Ellawarra, where can people find you on social media?
You can follow me at Ellawarra, that's ELLAWARRA on all social platforms.
You can follow me everywhere at the Stacy Queen, and you can follow Diva Dolls Pod everywhere at Diva Dolls Pod. And wherever you're listening or watching to us, please be sure to follow and or subscribe.
And make sure you hit that bell icon so you can know when we have a new episode coming out. And fucking subscribe. If you're literally watching this right now, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
I reckon there's probably like 80% of people that watch our videos that aren't subscribed. So get onto
And
it.
that's the thing. Like, if you can hear us saying this right now, like, you watched all of this. You listened to all of this.
A whole
You
thing.
got through it.
Idiots.
You must have enjoyed it.
Yeah, tea.
Stay. Please.
Do it. Do it, I'll fucking kill you.
Okay. Well, next week we will be going all the way to Survivor Series 1999. Very exciting. Also, I know we're doing the outro, but that was Jeff Jarrett's last match in the company.
Oh, see ya, bitch.
Yeah.
Bye. Have fun in TNA.
WCW. I'm pretty sure like the story was that like he demanded his money or he wouldn't go out there and drop the belt to Chyna.
Wow. Crazy.
Anyway, I won't include that. Since it's Jeff Jarrett's last match in the company, shall we be in a figure 4 leg lock for this one last time?
Let's be in a figure 4 leg lock.
I'm going to tap out with 4 fingers. I'll see you in the next one.
The Diva Dolls podcast is brought to you by Stacy Queen and Ellawarra. All names, photos, videos, and audio used in this podcast are trademarks and copyrighted materials owned by the WWE and TKO Group Holdings. This podcast is not affiliated with or endorsed by the WWE and is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only.
Oh, it's just me here, all alone, in the studio. Wow. This is what Sandra Sully must have felt like when she quit a current affair. La, la, la.